Hey, Ole'Pops here. Sitting out in front of the primary care and hope clinic in the Jeep. I just dropped Gracie off. She's got a doctor's appointment this morning with her counselor, either the counselor or the doctor that she was seeing. One or the other has left. It's gone somewhere else, and they give her a new one. And it's not a female, it's a male. Now, the nurse for the doctor that I see told me, his name's either Brent or Brett or something like that, but the nurse that I see told me that if she would talk to this guy, just give him a chance, she would really like him. I've been trying to tell her that, just talk to him, just give him a chance, just talk to him, just answer his questions. Just answer his questions as honestly as you can. If you need some help, if you see yourself needing help, put him on hold and come get me. I'll come in and help you. But anyway, I was taking her to work the other day. I don't know if you can actually see what that is, but it's a traffic ticket. I got a ticket. It's first time since 2005 that I've been pulled over by the law. I had on a pair of house shoes and my foot slipped off the brake pedal. I came to a stop sign at the intersection of Windermere and River Rock Road. My foot slipped off the brake pedal and I rolled right through it. And I had to just roll on around it into a right-hand turn, and I ran that stop sign. And it was a plainclothes cop in a gray SUV coming up on my right-hand side, on my left-hand side. He hit them blues and I pulled immediately over. He came to my door and he said, reason I pulled you over. And I told him, I said, I know why you pulled me over. I know exactly why you pulled me over. I said, I was wrong. I did exactly what you pulled me over for. I ran that stop sign. I said, I ran it. He said, any reason why you ran it? And I said, yes, sir. I did not have control of my vehicle. And he said, well, you got to have control of your vehicle. And I said, yes, sir. He said, well, why didn't you? And I said, well, I had on house shoes. I was taking my daughter to work. And I just slipped on a pair of house shoes. And not used to driving with them on, and my foot slipped off the brake pedal, and before I could get my foot back on the brake pedal, I done rolled through the sign. And I figured the vehicle I seen coming up on the left, I said it was way on back yonder. I said I figured since I was already out in the lane, I figured I'd just go on. I said, if there wasn't no point in stopping, I was already through the sign. He said, you didn't know it was a cop? I said, well, no. I said, who would? He said, let me see your driver's license, your registration, and your proof of insurance. So I handed it to him. He came back with this, and down at the bottom of it, it says warning only. He said, I'm giving you a warning only. And I told him, I said, well, you didn't have to do that. I said, that's mighty nice of you. I said, because I was dead wrong. Dead wrong. Cop's name was Martin. His last name was Martin for the Murfreesboro Police Department. He said, well, I appreciate truth and I appreciate honesty. He said, and you could have told me any old tale. And I told him, I said, yeah, but any old tale wouldn't have been truth and it wouldn't have been honesty. I told him, I said, I was just dead wrong. He said, well, you be careful. He said, and get her to work. Well, anyway, looked in the mail and this is a stub from a check from Grange. I don't know if you can see it, but it's for $1,534. Bank of America did what they said they was gonna do. They paid both insurance companies. Although they were notified in plenty of time, I waited and waited and waited, and I thought to myself, I said, surely after this long, it was an oversight. Maybe, maybe they didn't. Surely they didn't. But they did. Date on the checks, October the 7th. So, Grange Indemnity Insurance Company ended up sending me a refund check for $1,534. So I got on the telephone and called Bank of America to ask them what was the easiest and best procedure to fix this. And I talked with a little girl. I'm not going to give you her name because she was sweet as a peach. Nice little old girl. More than I can say for Bank of America. But I talked to this young lady, and she said basically I had three options. Number one, I could endorse the check and write on there, deposit in account number blah, which was our mortgage account. And then she said to write on there, deposit in escrow only. And then mail it to this address. And it was in Tampa, Florida. She said that's one option. And she said, and that would take, with today's mail, could take about 2 weeks to get it and process it. And it would probably take about 2 months before my house payments were back in the shape they're supposed to be in, which is what we were looking at initially. She said, second way that I could do it is I could go put the money in my bank, which is not Bank of America, it's Pinnacle. And then I could get online in my Bank of America account and go to the drop-down menu and go delete the amount of my house payment and go to the escrow window and put in the amount of the check and Oh, she started going through a bunch of rules, instructions. Anyway, she got to confusing Ole'Pops. She said, or you could bring the check to one of the Bank of America's in your area and just deposit the check into your Bank of America account and write on there, escrow only, and make sure it goes into the escrow to bring down that house payment to pay back that escrow account. So I asked her, I said, tell me where the closest one is. And she did, and I went to it. And I talked to another young lady up there that seemed nice as she could be at first. And I handed her the check that had my account number written on the bottom of it. And then it said escrow only. And Jill and I, it was made out to Jill and I, and we endorsed it on the back of it. And she said she couldn't take the check. She would not take the check because it was an insurance check made out to me and Jill. And because we did not bank with Bank of America. I told her, I said, but we do have an account with Bank of America. It's a mortgage account. She said, we can't do it. We just can't do it. Well, I got mad. I got mad on a wet hen. I was ready to chew steel and spit nails. So I went back to the house. And I got on my phone. And I called the lady at my bank. The lady that I deal with every time I have a banking problem. It's the same lady I always deal with. She's a notary for me. She always notarizes all my copyrights. She notarizes all the legal stuff that she's a lady I deal with personally. Her name's Joni. And I asked Joni, I said, what can I do with this? And she said, deposit it into your bank account with Pinnacle. And then go back to Bank of America and write them a personal check. She said, they can't deny that. They won't deny that. She said, it'll take care of the problem post haste. And I said, okay, I got a problem. I've written on the back of that check where we have endorsed it to deposit it into my account with Bank of America into the escrow only. And she said, oh, bring it to me. So I brought it up there to her. And she took care of it. And I took a personal check. Actually, I took a bank check back to Bank of America. And there is my receipt for my, see it there, escrow payment of $1,534. So, me and Miss Joni got that took care of. We have had some perfect weather. I got one more issue that I want to talk with y'all about, but right now just doesn't seem to be the time to do it. I'm ending on a good note with this video. I got Bank of America off my ass finally. The weather's perfect. The Titans are 4-0. The Lakers won the NBA championship. Lots of good things are happening. And I'm going to leave it at that. Gracie's in here finally talking, I think, finally talking to her counselor. And maybe we're, she just sent me a text. She said there is a mega Karen in the pharmacy line. I mean, well, don't bite her in half. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that and just let y'all know that be thinking on me. I'm Ole'Pops. I'm out of here. That was Gracie. She's in the pharmacy line now, which means that she's finished talking to her doctor. Obviously, he's made her feel better because she's sending me smiley faces. And I'm going to get on out of here. Much love. Y'all be good to each other and to yourselves.